Good morning to everyone. So today we are going to see about Azure virtual machines. So the Azure virtual machine having a multiple types of sizes. So you can see it A, AV2, B, D, DV2. These are the sizes we have to call as a size. This is entry level, bustable, and general purpose computer optimized and storage optimized graphics. So these types, so while deploying the application you have to choose your virtual machine size. So in this document, in this PPT, you can see the what is the size, but you should know about what is the purpose of this size. So let me take to next slide. So here you can find those size. Here you can see general purposes. So the sizes which is available here, DSV2, DSV3, DA. So these you can see these sizes are for balanced CPU to memory ratio. These sizes used to for testing and medium databases, low medium traffic web servers. So you are going to use this server. You can see some A series sizes. These are very entry level. It has only zero point 0.5 GB of RAM, 1 GB RAM, 1 GB of RAM you will having. So when you going to higher sizes, you will get a heavy heavy size of your RAMs, and you will get a multiple data storages. So these likes some we nowadays we using i3, i5, i7 for higher version, same these servers. So whenever going to utilize your general purposes, so you can use these type of services. But if you want like compute automation, so high CPU to memory ratio, for medium services you have to use F series, FS series. See, you can see memory optimized. These for very highly relational databases queries running, and databases very high level databases you have to use for this ESV2, ES3. See, here you can see storage automation. This is for big data and SQL databases, very large transaction databases. So you have to choose the LSV2 storage. So some companies they are used for specialized for graphical, heavy graphics rendering, image rendering, video editing. It will take very high utilization you need. So those Azure provides the N series. These are heavily designed for graphical cards. It has graphically heavy graphic cards, single multiple graphical CPUs it has. So these type is, you can see this is entry level, bustable, general purposes. So this N series you can see graphic intensive, and now they've introduced the HANA. This is very high utilization. See, when you go into N series, NV series, you can find up to 240 GB of RAM, around 300 for 500 GB of RAM you will get. For entry you will get 0.5 GB of RAM, 2 GB of RAM. Whenever your Azure virtual machine sizes increasing B, D, V2, you will having a uh, the size the cost of virtual machine will be going to high. So whenever in a low traffic you have to use entry level servers. When you're going to high traffic SQL, no SQL type, this F series, as ES series, you will having the sizes of VMs. When you're using it will having a high cost. So let me go to show you how the cost working also. So this next slide is, so you when you creating the virtual machine, you will have a 3 disks. Normally when you create a virtual machine you will have only 2 disks. So the third disk is we are going to attach physically. But this operating system and a temporary system, once you created a VM, you will have these 2 disks on your machine default. Whenever you create, yesterday we created a virtual machine, right? Once created you can able to see inside two OS disk, inside 2 disks. One disk for our operating system, and second disk is D for the temporary disk. So OS disk having a its default size like 140 GB. So when you go into A, B, C, D, that level is going, so you will have the virtual local disk C also will get a high storage. But C is very default, you cannot change that once created. but you can able to resize only data disk. So if you're going to initially start with 32 GB, you can upgrade to 64 GB, 128 GB based on your utilization. So you can use your data only on this D disk. Temporary disk, you should not use any data inside this. So this temporary disk is used for store a temporary data. This is for um, virtual Hyper-V configuration. So if you're using any data inside this, it will be lost whenever the maintenance by Microsoft ourselves. So VM rebooting. So when you're using a failure, so if when machine back, so you cannot find this data. So you should not use data inside temporary disk. You can use your data operating system and data disk only. So how to choose disks? See, Microsoft provides three types of disk. One is standard HDD, another one is standard SSD, and a premium SSD. So for low traffic, for testing development, you can use standard HDD. So it having very less cost, but the IOPS input output IOPS is very less. So 500 IOPS only, and throughput 60 Mbps. When you go into premium SSD, you will have a high IOPS. Maximum they provide 7500 IOPS. But this cost wise, if you see standard SSD and premium, standard is very less, SSD is high, premium is very high. So SSD is for web servers, so low IOPS application you can use for standard SSD. So when you're going to production heavy SQL database transaction is available, you have to choose your premium SSD. So when you're going to premium SSD, the cost will be very high compared with this. So based on your utilization, based on project requirement, you have to choose your disks. So next thing is virtual network. How the virtual network works? So once you create a virtual network, you get only virtual network. The virtual network having the components of subnet, um, network NSG, and this is Ethernet card. This is your VM, and you having a VM public IP, and also you will have a private IP. Ethernet in the sense you are connecting the virtual network. Subnet, inside subnet you can create a multiple uh, inside the VNet you can create a multiple subnets. You can create a 10.51.2 series, 3 dot series, you can create multiple subnets. And VM having, so once you created virtual network, the virtual once you get a VM, you will have a virtual network, subnet, and an IP, public IP, and Ethernet card, and this is your network security group. Network security group, it is allow your packets. So security group is allow your packet, either allow or deny. So this is accelerated networking. How the accelerated networking works? Usually if you create a low level network, so you will have, sorry, low level VM size, for example A series, AV2 series, you don't get this with accelerated network. So when you're going for high level virtual machine like D2, D3, so those virtual machine having a feature called accelerated networking. What is accelerated networking? Normally when you're creating low level virtual machine, so the virtual network card come from this uh, virtual switch. So this is Microsoft backbone network. So Microsoft physical switch, this is physical switch. So when you're creating low level servers, you will have it will go to this Microsoft Hyper-V virtual switch. Inside the virtual switch having a multiple ports, so the traffic will you will get the from Hyper-V. Your network card is assigned from Hyper-V. So when you go into high level machines, so you will get directly to the your VM. See, for example, if you create a low level servers, so it will go directly to the using Hyper-V. So when you creating a high level virtual machine, it directly go to your virtual machine. So there is no hypervisor between this your VM to your network. So we will see how this working on your virtual machine in a practical lab today. So but you just understand how the thing is working.